I will win. Well, my friends, we got another good day going today. I'm working on the driveway. I'm hoping that this afternoon I'm going to get a few more loads of gravel. If you've been following along, you know I've been waiting for a few weeks for several more loads, and it's been a bit frustrating waiting on them, but doing my best to be patient and get things done in the meantime. As you can probably see right here, I don't know if you can see it well on the camera, but we can see it well in person. There's a pretty big hole right here, and so I need to get that filled in anyways. I've been able to build up some of the edge of the driveway and kind of make those above the culvert, those little walls above the culvert look pretty nice. And so now I'm trying to fix this retaining wall a little bit and get this into better shape. You might be thinking, you know, even if whatever you can see on camera, how well you can see that it's not that even. And my goal is basically get more gravel in here, kind of build that side of it up, you know, let the gravel rise up on that retaining wall a little bit, and then fill in more rocks as we go in order to just kind of keep it all in, keep it from flowing out during the rains or anything like that, and make it so that the edge of the driveway doesn't have to be a slant. The retaining walls turned out really nice. It goes well with the rest of the walls that are around here. You can even see across the street. That's what all of the road looks like. It's got all of these rocks up and down the road, and I'm not sure that there is much stone walls, as much as they are just piles of rocks that they stacked as they made this road many years ago. So I'm not exactly sure. Doesn't really look like stone wall to me as much as it does just piles of rocks that are in a line. But that's kind of what we're doing with the retaining wall anyway, so it all just kind of goes nicely. I will win. Well, I'm very pleased with how that ended up turning out. At this point, I'm at the mercy of the guy delivering the material, and so hopefully I'll get a text from him this afternoon telling me that he will be down, and I'll come right down and be able to push that out, and so we'll check back in if that happens. That's what I like to hear, Reed. Well, friends, he brought the last load, so I'm excited about that. The reality is I'll probably need another one at some point, but I think with the amount that I have right here, I'm going to be able to grade it all out. You can see that I've got a hill of it here. This is a little bit of a hill as well. I can kind of pull that this way in order to make this a little nicer. If you remember, my whole goal is to be able to get the truck in. And so that's the plan, but that's going to require a bunch more seat time and time that I don't have right now. So I'm going to have to let this go and come back to it in a couple of days anyways. And then hopefully we'll get that truck in. But if that happens in the next couple of days, I'll go ahead and tag that on to the end of this video. But hey, until next time, God bless you, and we'll see you soon.